What is up, everybody? My name is Squigga, and today I am bringing you some Pokemon Showdown. Are you battling? Let's meet the team. We have Druddigon, Delphox, Escavalier, Hitmontop, Aromatisse, and Braviary. Let's look for a battle without any further ado. Ado? Ado? Different words? Same word? Very different? Could be. Let's see what he brought. He brought Jellicent, Glalie, Claydol, Drapion, Moltres, and Regirock. So a lot of power over here. Claydol is most likely his Stealth Rock's user, although he could also be packing it on the Regirock, but I would expect that to be something like Assault Vest, or maybe just fully physically defensive. I think either way, we are going to lead with our own Stealth Rocker, Druddigon. We're going to start the timer. He leads with the Regirock, so I'm pretty sure that we're just going to see the Stealth Rock from this Regirock. Balboa the Regirock. And we've got Big Bad the Druddigon. Lots of bees. Lots of bees on the field. He does outspeed us and go for that Stealth Rock. I don't think either of us can really do anything to each other. I am packing the Rough Skin, so I'm tempted to stay in. He doesn't have a Fairy type, so getting a Dragon Claw off might just be nice. Might just be nice, because it is going to do a decent chunk of damage to just about anything. He is carrying the Ice Punch, of course. That stinks for us, as we only do 23% with our own Dragon Claw. We can't stay in risking another Ice Punch, so I think I'm just going to go... out into DJ Spins, who is our Rapid Spinner. He makes the switch into Drapion, which is okay for us because Poison, Dark, and we get that Intimidate off. So hopefully we're good to just Rapid Spin here. He could go out into Jellicent, which would be unfortunate. I don't know if I want to go ham and Toxic a Poison type, expecting the Jellicent switch though. I think we're just going to go for the Rapid Spin. The Rapid Spin is definitely a desirable play. If we can get it off here, awesome. If we can't, it's no big deal. We can recover. He does go right for the knockoff and take off our leftovers. We are going to Rapid Spin and get rid of those Stealth Rocks, which is awesome for us. Now, I think I'm just going to Stone Edge, expecting probably Jellicent to come in. I'm pretty sure Jellicent is just going to come right in here. So we are just going to go for a Stone Edge. He goes into Jellicent. Our Stone Edge does connect and deal 26%, which isn't terrible. Now I think we're just going to go for a Toxic. I think we are just going to go for a Toxic. And we connect, get that Toxic Poison as he goes for a Scald, which is a crit and deals 41% damage. Obviously, with our leftovers gone, that is not great for us. I think I'm just going to switch out here. Aromatisse looks like a pretty decent play, just so I can try and wish for either Big Bad or DJ Spins. I think that is what we are going to do. Jellicent, of course, is probably packing the Recover. Deals 20% damage with his Scald, so not too much. We are safe to just wish here. Jellicent might stay in and recover, or he might go out into, say, Drapion or something like that. He goes out into Claydol. We're going to see Claydol take a little bit of damage off those Stealth Rocks. Claydol can pack the Ice Beam, which would do a number on either DJ Spins or Big Bad. Would he go for it? Would he go for the Ice Beam? Probably. So I think DJ Spins is going to take it better, so I'm going to bring him in to get that wish, and hopefully this Claydol doesn't Psychic instead. He goes for his own Rapid Spin and gets a crit. Damn. Crits everywhere. Crits everywhere. Now this thing can Psychic and deal... it might have Psyshock instead. It'll probably deal a decent chunk. So I think I'm going to go out into Fantastic the Delphox. Because with those Stealth Rocks gone, this Claydol's not going to be doing anything else to us, except Toxicking. Safe toxic play. I think here my best option is to go for... Huh. I could go for Grass Knot, expecting him to bring in either Jellicent or... Well, it wouldn't do anything to Moltres at all, would it? I think we're just gonna go... I think we're just gonna go for the Grass Knot. I think we're just gonna go for the Grass Knot. He does go into Jellicent, so Grass Knot's gonna do a lot. It does 40%, which is awesome. Awesome. He is gonna take a tick of toxic damage, which is hopefully relevant. He's probably going to switch out or recover here. I think I'm just gonna stay in and Grass Knot, knowing that I outspeed. Yeah, so we take this thing right out, which is great. We are seeing lots of toxic damage on Fantastic at this point. We do have the Choice Scarf, so it is worth preserving this thing. I am also packing the Heal Bell on my Aromatisse, so we can get rid of that toxic if need be. He goes out into Balboa, the Regirock. Huh. Okay. Alright. I think here our best play is probably a Scavalier, because we saw that this thing is defensive, so I don't know that it would pack the Earthquake, which would hurt us a little bit. I think we're going to go out into Gallivant, or Escavalier. Do you guys watch Gallivant? Really cool show. He goes right for the Stone Edge, which does a clean 50% to us, which is unfortunate. It is good that we didn't bring the Braviary in, though, which I think is most likely what he was expecting. Drill Run. We are super slow. Probably slower than him. Definitely slower than him. How much would Drill Run do to this thing? How much would Drill Run do to this thing? I feel like he's just going to stay in and Stone Edge. I don't think we're at risk of him bringing in a Levitate user. I don't think we are at risk of him bringing in a Levitate user, so I am going to go for the Drill Run. He goes for the Stone Edge, which does 46%. We do get the Drill Run off, which does so little because Regirock is so bulky. So that is unfortunate. I think we are just going to lose our Escavalier here, which is never a good thing, just to lose a Pokemon like that for no good reason. What do we have for this Regirock? I am carrying the Close Combat on my Hitmontop, but because I am not offensive, that is going to do almost nothing. Our Braviary will outspeed, and Superpower should do a decent chunk, but because no one is carrying that Focus Blast, I am afraid that we are in a very bad position. Because this thing is so defensively bulky, I have no doubt that at 59% it would take a Choice Banded Superpower from Braviary. I could be wrong about that, but I really don't want to test it. So I think we're going to go into DJ Spins, because our defense is also fairly high. His Spinner slash fighting move blocker is gone, so I am just going to go for Close Combat here. As he switches out into Moltres, Close Combat is a crit and still only does 28%, so that is unfortunate for us. I really want a Stone Edge here, hoping that this thing won't kill me in one hit, and that our Stone Edge connects, because Stone Edge would do, oh my god, Stone Edge would kill it. He goes for the Air Slash, which is just going to take us out, so that is unfortunate. But, again, I feel like it was worth trying there. Moltres will almost definitely outspeed us unless for some reason it is not invested, which again I do not see happening. I could go out into Fantastic hoping that a Psychic will kill, but I'm not confident that it will. Moltres is most likely choiced. So I could go out into Druddigon here, but I think we're just going to go out into Aromatisse. And, give ourselves a wish. I'm not going to lie to you guys, we are in a very bad position here. We do get our wish off. We see that he Air Slashes again, so he is probably choiced. I don't think Fantastic would take it. I don't know whether or not Big Bad would. He does have 218 special defense. We are packing Leftovers over Assault Vest, though, because we run the Stealth Rock. It's risky, but I think we have to go out into Big Bad because I just don't know that Powerpuff... He has put us in a terrible, terrible position. I'm going to go for the Moonblast just to see how much it does. He might just switch right out into the Drapion, which is exactly what he does. The Moonblast is going to do 39%, which is not bad. I could Protect to scout this thing. I'm pretty confident he will go right for a Poison Jab, which would do a hell of a lot of damage to us. So I think I'm just going to Wish here. Cross Poison crits and kills us. Crits and kills us. That is bad, bad news. Here I think we are just going to go... Poison Dark. I think we are just going to go for a Brave Bird, which does take it out, which is nice. We take 15% off the recoil. He does not see the Life Orb, so hopefully he assumes I am Choice Specs, or not Specs, rather, Choice Scarf, but he does go right onto the Regirock because it is uber safe. He can go for an Ice Punch here, hoping that I bring in the Druddigon. For that reason, I kind of want to bring in the Delphox, but I know at this point it might just be moot. It might just be moot. I think he's going to go for the Ice Punch. Nope, he goes for the Stone Edge, which is of course going to take us out. We are unfortunately just getting played around in circles here. I've got nothing. I've got nothing for this thing. I have nothing. I'm going to go for a Stealth Rock as he goes for his own Stealth Rock. A Ice Punch shouldn't kill us unless he crits, which, I mean, he does have a history of doing. Nope. We are going to see the Rough Skin damage, and we are going to get that damage from our Dragon Claw. We are going to Sucker Punch here, which does 15%. Not great. The Ice Punch is going to take us out. He is going to take a bunch of damage from Rough Skin. We are going to bring in Braviary, who is going to take a ton off of Stealth Rocks, which is obviously unfortunate for us. We can't lock into Superpower. I think we have to lock into Brave Bird. The obvious issue with that being that, I mean, the recoil is going to take us out. Not now, obviously, but he probably just brings in the Glalie here. Because I don't imagine... No, he brings in Fire Force, so he is most likely surmising that we are not Scarfed, or he is Scarfed himself, but he isn't, and we take him out with our Brave Bird, which is cool. So we are going to make it a little bit of a tighter score this time around, but we don't have a chance at a comeback, unfortunately, because our own recoil is liable to take us out against this Glalie, which might just outspeed us anyway, because I imagine it is mega. We have 259 speed. Yeah, if this thing is max speed invested, we are just dead. It also could just have Ice Shard. That is a fairly common move to pack on Glalie. We kill it with the Brave Bird. So do we feint second? We win the battle. All right, I'll take that. I will take that. Look at you, Braviary, turning that around. Turning that around. I am so sorry that I doubted you. I was doubting you for no good reason. Let's look for one more. Hitmonchan, Tyrantrum, Moltres. This thing is everywhere. Everywhere in RU. Abomasnow, most likely Mega. Skuntank, and Jellicent. So he might just lead... Yes, that is my name. So he might just lead with... I am not going to confirm or deny that that is the combination of words that makes up my name. He's most likely going to lead with the Abomasnow to set up Hail, I guess. I mean, I don't know. could just lead with Tyrantrum. Tyrantrum would not be great for us, as it does generally carry like the Ice Fang and stuff like that. I think I am gonna lead with Big Bad regardless. He leads with Little Mac. That is a very common name for Hitmonchan these days. It probably has the Ice Punch. It probably has the Ice Punch. In fact, I'm almost certain it will have the Ice Punch. I think I have to switch because I can't let Big Bad take tons of damage early like I did last game. So we are going to get the Intimidate off. He just goes for a Fake Out. We are going to heal that right off with the leftovers, and I think I am safe to go for a Toxic. He brings in Pringles, the Jellicent. That name is familiar. Why is that name familiar? Toxic off on the Jellicent. Oh no, he didn't make his Jellicent a girl. Such a beautiful, beautiful lady, though. With the big, puffy jellyfish ring. We're not gonna do anything to this. Jellicent is so bulky. I think our best switch in here, I don't know that Jellicent generally carries Ice Beam. I think our best switch in is probably Gallivant, our Escavalier. So we go into Gallivant, and he goes for Will-O-Wisp, but it misses, which is awesome. For us, obviously, not for him. He is going to outspeed us and probably just go for a Willow again. Do we bank on it missing twice in a row? I don't know. I don't know. So let's hope he Willows again. He does. He does go for the Willow again. So we have Fantastic out here, which is going to do a lot with Grass Knot. It's going to do a lot with Grass Knot, but definitely not enough to take this thing out, and a Scald is going to hurt us so bad. So bad. So bad. So I could just keep switching around here, kind of play the switching game, predicting him to Scald and the Escavalier, but I don't know that we are going to get that techy, so let's just Grass Knot and see how much we can do to this thing. It is very specially bulky. He does switch out into Jean Grey, his Moltres, which is a great name for a Moltres. Our Grass Knot does nothing, of course. Now, we have had problems with Moltres. Big problems with Moltres, of course. I think I'm going to go out into Drud again. I think that is probably the safe play. I'm sure this thing doesn't get an Ice-type move. But Air Slash does a clean 50% to us. We do see him lose some HP, so he does have the Life Orb. I could go for a Sucker Punch here, but I don't see much point. I doubt it would take out the Moltres. Moltres isn't especially frail. We are max attack. I think I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rock. I think he might just switch out, honestly. And if he doesn't, then we get the opportunity to Sucker Punch next turn. Skuntank can get Defog, so there is that to worry about. I really got to start planning for Moltres here at RU, because that thing is definitely among the most common. Do you guys think Moltres belongs in RU? I don't know. It's definitely powerful. I don't think it would see very much use in UU though, so maybe. Let me know in the comment section below. He goes for Substitute. Substitute. Huh. Good thing we didn't Sucker Punch, or we would have just wasted a turn. So I kind of want a Dragon Claw here just to make sure we break the sub. I do kind of want to do that. But I'm fairly certain our Sucker Punch will break the sub. And he's going to have to go for an attacking move here. Our Sucker Punch does break the sub. He goes for the Air Slash, which does 53%. We do see him take that Life Orb damage. Now, he might sub up again. Or he might just try to take out our Dredigan. I think, because the Stealth Rocks are out, I think he's going to try and sub again, which would be awesome if we could just break that sub with a Dragon Claw. Might be over-predicting here, but I think the reward is worth the risk in this situation. He does just go for the Air Slash. Of course, that Moltres would be dead on re-entry. I'm certain that we will outspeed it with Fantastic, who is Choice Scarfed, and I think has a higher base speed than Moltres. I could be wrong about that. So we are going to go out into Fantastic the Delphox, and probably just Psychic here. Probably just Psychic here. Because I'm fairly certain our Psychic will do... Yeah, our Psychic does crit, which is almost definitely not necessary for killing the Moltres. I can't imagine that he was invested in special defense. So down goes Moltres, which is awesome. That's a huge threat gone. Our Escavalier is so much safer now. I love Escavalier. Escavalier is such a cool Pokemon. His sword hands, lance hands, whatever. So we do have to switch out here. He correctly predicts I am choiced, I'm sure. Although, I guess this is a fairly safe switch in anyway. He's probably just going to go for a Recover, but on the off chance he decides to Scald, I can't really afford to stay in. I think my best move here is going out into Braviary. Though he could get techie, and go for the Willow. Which would not be great for us to have a Willowed Braviary. I think we're gonna risk it. We go into Braviary, and he goes for Scald. We take 32% off that, which is not too bad. We are gonna see some nice damage going down on that Jellicent. I think my best move here is probably to Brave Bird. It'll definitely hurt. It'll definitely hurt this Jellicent, possibly take it out, and it will hurt anything that he brings in. So I am just going to go for the Choice Banded Brave Bird, which takes out the Jellicent as he decides to stay in. That is great for us. So we have one huge offensive threat and one huge defensive threat down on his side of the field. That is what I call a good day. We're going to see what he does here. I would imagine he brings in Skuntank or Tyrantrum. Probably Tyrantrum, because a Brave Bird will definitely not take out Tyrantrum. But, I mean, it's Choice Banded. I underestimated Braviary last game. I don't wanna make the same mistake. CACAW! He does go into Tyrantrum, who is his spirit animal, as it turns out. We have the Choice Scarf on Delphox, which will definitely handle that Hitmonchan. So I think I am just gonna stay in Brave Bird and see how much we can do to this thing. It is resisted. We deal 38% damage as he goes for Head Smash. Super effective, obviously. He is the, what is it? Rock Head. So not Strong Jaw. So maybe he is not packing Ice Fang, which would be real cool. We definitely outspeed on the Delphox. The question is whether or not we would be able to kill that thing. The answer is probably no. Probably no. So I think we're going to go on to Power Puff our Aromatisse. I imagine he will switch into Skuntank to take a Moonblast. And I don't think this thing learns any poison moves, so we might decide to get a little bit techie and double switch. Predicting the Skuntank to come out, which is I think it's a poison ground type. We're gonna do it. We're gonna double switch into Fantastic. He head smashes and misses. Okay, so obviously we did not make the right play. But because his head smash missed, we're pretty okay. I mean, hey man, lucky? Yes, definitely. But you are running a 80 base accuracy move. So I'm not going to feel too bad about that one. The question is now whether or not we stay in and psychic this thing, because there's a decent chance it won't kill it. We are really just playing the switching game here. Too much switching is happening. Too much switching. But I really don't want to leave Delphox in case a psychic won't kill. Rock doesn't resist psychic, does it? We're gonna psychic. He goes into Skuntank. Naturally. Immune to our psychic. Which is, of course, a solid play. I think here our best bet is to go into our Escavalier. But Hitmontop is also pretty safe. I'm fairly sure Skuntank is a physical attacker. I think we're just going to go out into DJ Spins, because that seems a little bit safer for us. We do get the Intimidate off, as he Sucker Punches, doing nothing. I thought you knew I was choice, dude. Here, our safest play is probably a close combat, because it is going to do decent damage to anything. He goes for the Defog, which gets rid of our Stealth Rocks. Close combat does 48%, which is nice. We do get our defense drop, and he is going to get that Leftovers recovery. I'm tempted to just close combat again, though. I think I'm just going to close combat again. As he taunts, that's fine. I went for the close combat. Our defenses are pitiful at this point. Pitiful. We're just going to close combat. We're so invested. The Poison Jab does 39% and poisons us. But DJ Spins does take out the Skuntank. The Aftermath is going to do a decent chunk. Look at our defenses. We have 0.4. 0.4. Also got that evasion drop. He sends in Little Mac, the Hitmonchan. Ooh. The Hitmons. Duking it out. And we know which one is going to win. At this point, there's no point in saving DJ Spins, so we are just going to go for another close combat. He does Drain Punch to take us out. We will outspeed with Fantastic, and his Skuntank is gone, which means we are safe to just click that Psychic super fast. It doesn't kill, though, and Thunder Punch does a decent chunk, 47%. Luckily, there is no para, so we are going to be able to either take this thing out with a Psychic or deal some damage to Abomasnow. Deal 43% to Abomasnow. We take 6% off the hail. I do want to save Fantastic because it is our best answer to Hitmonchan. So I think here Abomasnow doesn't get like Fire Blast, right? Nah. So we're gonna go on to Gallivant. He Mega Evolves and goes for Protect, which ain't gonna help because we didn't go for anything. Our Overcoat, nice Overcoat we got going on here is gonna prevent that hail damage. I think here we are safe to go for the Drill Run. Maybe it's better to just knock off. Maybe it's better to just Iron Head. I don't know anymore. I don't know. He might bring in that Tyrantrum. We're gonna Iron Head. He just protects. That's fine. We're gonna Iron Head again. Maybe he'll think we're choice. Choice Band Escavalier doesn't sound that crazy. He does go for the Earthquake. We are going to get that super effective Iron Head off and kill the Abomasnow, which is awesome. He goes into Little Mac, who is probably just going to outright kill us. Like, probably. I guess we go for the Iron Head in case he doesn't. He's going to Fake Out to get that extra bit of damage. The hail is going to stop. We are going to click Iron Head again. Drain Punch does 45%, bringing him up to 60, but our Iron Head is enough to take him out, which is great for us. So, I believe it is down to a lonely Tyrantrum in the back there, his spirit animal. We're just going to Drill Run. It does take us out with an Earthquake. That is to be expected. I think now we're going to go into Aromatisse and start firing off Moonblast at this thing. Head Smash does so much damage, but Moonblast takes it down to 2%. So I do believe we have this one in the bag, unless I don't know, does Tyrantrum get priority? Because priority move will kill our Delphox. We are just going to go for Psychic, which takes him out. So good game, buddy. And I think with that, we are going to wrap it up for this episode. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one, everybody.